Jackson Radio Show.
Our society still does not sufficiently value women. We still don't condemn sexual assault as loudly as we should.
Women's rights are human rights, and human rights are women's rights, and I believe that with all my heart.
We make excuses. We look the other way.
I went to 112 countries for all of you. I raised it in every country.
The message that sends can have a chilling effect on our young women.
I looked across the table at dictators and authoritarians and chauvinists and sexists and misogynists. Yeah.
I want to start by thanking Harvey Weinstein. He is a wonderful human being, a good friend, and just a powerhouse.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here, fellow at the Robert J. Dole Institute of Politics, author of 3 best-selling books, the latest being Race Pimping. Get it at racepimping.com. We're putting together something here soon at my fellowship location, which is at the Robert J. Dole Institute of Politics in Lawrence, Kansas. So we're trying to put something together, a debate series or something. I would love to debate Richard Fowler or some Holly weirdo on what's going on right now with Weinstein. By the way, that was the GOP ran a commercial, and that was them showing Barack Obama talking about, how he's going to help women. Hillary Clinton talking about helping women all over the world, for goodness sake. It's all about the women. And meanwhile, right under their noses, they're letting a sexual predator roam freely. Took a while to disavow him, didn't it? It took Hillary 5 days to make a statement. I don't know how long it took the Obamas, but it was somewhere along the same lines. Nobody knew what to do. And you know what? You know what really scares them? You know why they're delaying it? Why they delayed it? They didn't know who else was going to be involved. They were scared. Don't get it twisted, folks. They know what's going on. And Chelsea Clinton, she's running from the media over something so small, it's crazy to me that you wouldn't just confront it. They get used to this. It's easy to trigger these people. Daily Mail reporter asked Chelsea, will the foundation give back the donation from Harvey Weinstein? Do you plan to return the $100,000? It's chump change, right? For the Clinton Foundation, it's absolute chump change. They've made billions. According to the reporter, Chelsea looked straight ahead and ignored the question as she scurried through the side lot and ducked into her waiting black sedan. Security blocked the reporter from asking Chelsea the question again. But they said it wasn't the only time that Chelsea was asked the question. Same thing happened. Didn't say a word. A different event. How did Bill Clinton respond? Former president was asked the same question on a Friday night, responded in a similar manner. When a reporter tried to get close, ask about the donation, the communications officials from the Clinton Foundation blocked the reporter. Hillary says she's going to donate the money to a charity. And I suspect the Clintons have another charity set up that Hillary will donate it to, or it'll go to a friend's charity. If you think for 1 second the Clintons are going to dump this money into something that doesn't get them payback, you don't know the Clintons. Just the way it is. I want to go into something that happened, though, that it happened on Twitter. And it really shows more about leftism than a lot of the other things that have happened. And you get to see the underexposed, dirty underbelly of Hollywood's sex for play scandal. See, it's just an ugly truism of the left that's now showing itself in the light of day. Now, we conservatives, we've complained that social media is a leftist media outlet. They don't want us there. When we speak truth to power, they get upset. And apparently, when it comes to exposing lecherous leftists, the progressives will willingly eat their own. So I read an article in Z Review, and here's what they said. Earlier today, Twitter closed Rose McGowan's actor, producer, director account. She's a sane, accomplished veteran of the movie industry. Why silence her? Rose McGowan was one of the first people to make bold public statements and gestures regarding the brutal misogyny in the film industry. Her frustration, anger, and disbelief moved her to do what so many other women in entertainment have not done. McGowan spoke out. She still speaks out. She names names, identifies who did what, and publicizes the negative consequences of their actions. Rose McGowan has been holding the torch for women in Hollywood for years. Sure, she's an activist and a thorn in some people's sides, but why go after her now? What they're saying, folks, is Rose McGowan has been talking about this for a while. She's been the only one brave enough to say it. And you know what they did? The leftists blacklisted her and made her out to be a kook. She's made lambasting Harvey Weinstein part of her career as an activist, and prior to last week, the accounts she related to media sources were reported, but with a bit of skepticism. Talking about the accounts of Harvey Weinstein's actions. They go on to say this: if no one else was saying what she was, why assume she was saying the absolute truth? Maybe she just had an axe to grind. See, that's what they do. They separate you out from the herd, and then they let the hyenas have you. And that's exactly what Hollywood did to Rose McGowan, with many people knowing. I don't need to take you through the litany of actors, and it isn't just women, it's men as well. There are no men on the left. See, because real men would have braced Harvey Weinstein up in a corner one night and given him a blanket party. And real women would have taken care of him the same way. I'm talking about conservative women. Try that crap with conservative women, Harvey Weinstein. Any of you Holly weirdos. They tried it with Stacey, I forget her last name, but you know what I'm talking about. Talked about her earlier in the broadcast. They tried it with her. They tried it with Tippi Hedren years ago, and she said, I'll leave. She left Hollywood. Said, forget you guys. Strong women say, I don't have to tolerate this. I had a girl, she worked for me. Little country girl. Didn't have to work. And I tried to train her. And she was tough to train, but I liked her attitude. And one day I was too hard on her. I come back from lunch and she'd screwed something up pretty good. And I was like, Jean, come on now. God, I told you how to do this, that, and the other. And she just started packing up her stuff. And I said, what are you doing? She goes, Kevin, I really appreciate all the time you spent with me and trying to train me and everything. She goes, I'm just not getting it. And she goes, and I feel aggravated because I'm letting you down. And she goes, you know what? I don't need this. I don't need to work. My husband makes a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. And she said, so, I just would rather, let's be friends. All right. We gave each other a hug and she walked away. After I pinched her butt. No, I'm kidding. I'm just joking. I didn't do that. That would have been Ben Affleck or some Hollywood. My point to it is, strong woman said, this isn't for me. And she left. End of story. No hard feelings. I didn't harass her in any way other than expected her to do her job. And she wanted to. But anyway, this girl, Rose McGowan, has been vocal. Men and women in high-ranking places knew about this. And you know the protection given to that man? That guy, Harvey Weinstein? And oh, by the way, many others. It's terrible. And don't think it's Harvey Weinstein just going after women that they're hiding. They got people who make a living going off of little boys and little girls, pedophiles. Gay pedophiles, too. Not that it matters. I mean, a pedophile is a pedophile. But I'm saying, don't just think it's the girls. We told you a story of Terry Crews and some gay director, going up and grabbing him in his naughty bits and then just telling him, winking at him like, get over yourself. I mean, he couldn't do that in the real world. In the real world, if Rose McGowan were approached by the CEO of one of America's big companies, can you imagine Tillerson being Harvey Weinstein at ExxonMobil? The guy, his career would be over. The dude would be homeless, living on the streets of Houston, Texas. But man, you can get away with it in Hollywood forever. Why? They all hide behind their charities. Look at the great job we do helping women and children, helping Africans, helping Guatemalans and El Salvadorans. Look at us. We're so cool. Don't ask for their help. Comes with a price.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.